Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most chilling mysteries of the 20th century, the Dyatlov Pass incident. This story has everything: adventure, tragedy, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. So, buckle up. Picture this. It's 1959, and a group of 9 experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, set out on a journey in the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. They were aiming for a Grade 3 hiking certification, which is no small feat. They started their trek on January 27th, and by February 1st, they set up camp on the eastern slopes of Kholat Syakhl. But when they didn't return by February 12th, a search party was launched on February 20.
Wow, that's intense. So, what happened to them? Did they just vanish into thin air? Sigh.
Exactly. When the rescuers finally found the campsite on February 26th, they were met with a disturbing scene. The hikers' tent was slashed open from the inside, and their belongings were left behind. It's as if they had fled in a panic. 5 bodies were discovered near the campsite, and 4 more were found 2 months later, buried under snow.
Oh man, that sounds so eerie. But how did they die? Was it just from the cold? Laughs.
Great question. Autopsies revealed that some died from hypothermia, but others had severe injuries like a fractured skull and massive chest trauma. One woman was even missing her tongue and eyes. And here's the kicker. There were no external wounds to explain those internal injuries. It's like something out of a horror movie.
Whoa, that's wild. So, did they find any clues? Were there any signs of a struggle or anything? Sigh.
Well, that's where it gets even weirder. Some clothing showed traces of radiation, and there were reports of an orange glow in the sky that night. It's as if the universe was throwing in some supernatural elements.
Radiation? Are we talking about aliens or something? Laughs.
Haha, that's one of the theories. There are numerous explanations that have emerged over the years. Some say it was an avalanche that caused them to flee, but no signs of one were found. Others suggest infrasound from strong winds could have caused panic, but again, that doesn't explain the injuries.
So, what about military testing? That sounds like a classic cover-up. Sigh.
Right? Some people think secret military experiments were involved, but official records deny any such activities. It's like a conspiracy theorist's dream.
This is getting crazier by the minute. So, did they find any animal tracks? Could it have been a bear or something? Laughs.
That's another theory. Some suggest an animal attack could explain the missing body parts, but there were no animal tracks found at the scene. It's like every theory leads to more questions.
This is so fascinating. So, what did the Russian authorities conclude? Sigh.
In 2020, they reopened the case and concluded that an avalanche was the likely cause. But critics argue that this explanation overlooks many unexplained details. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound.
So, what do you think really happened? It sounds like there's so much we still don't know. Laughs.
Exactly. Unanswered questions linger, like what caused the hikers to flee in panic and how they sustained those unusual injuries. The Dyatlov Pass incident continues to be a topic of fascination, inspiring books, films, and conspiracy theories. It's a mystery that just won't die.
Wow. I can't believe how much there is to unpack here. It's like a real-life thriller. Sigh.